pegged at around about 2 minutes at the moment, so nudging it down rather than taking out scoops of time. TdY have moved Thomas Voeckler closer to the front. They don't really have a sprinter, TdY. They're all about the GC and all about their defending champion. There is the big figure of Connor Swift. He's only 21 years old, the young man from Madison Genesis, Doncaster lad. And the last 2 editions of the Tour de Yorkshire, he watched from the side of the road, went out and watched the race come through as a fan, as a spectator. And here he is, living the dream, getting in a breakaway and riding in his home tour. He's actually lucky to be riding a tour, midway through the season. Last year, on his way to competing in a time trial, he rode at approaching 30 miles an hour into a stationary van by the side of the road, fractured 6 vertebrae, 7 fractures to his ribs, 1 fracture at the base of his skull, a fractured right hand and scapula, and cuts and bruises to his lungs. And that was a serious injury that was not only potentially life-threatening, but also definitely career-threatening. But as you can see, he's recovered well from that, the 21-year-old, and it's good to see him leading the way in this breakaway group of 4 rides. Dangerous sport, David.
It's very dangerous. It's been brought home all the more this last couple of weeks, hasn't it?
Even the crash we saw yesterday, all right, there was no great damage done, but it did look bad, didn't it, when they first went down. In particular, Magnus Cort Nielsen hit the deck very hard, but we understand he's okay. The broken bone that we know of, I think, is Russell Daniels' broken collarbone. And if you missed earlier on when we were talking in the commentary, he actually sent me a photograph message earlier on of the X-ray from the hospital, and it's a clean break to his collarbone, but he's broken that collarbone before, which might have been one of the reasons why it snapped so completely. Maybe it hadn't healed, absolutely. And he's on his way to having it looked at by a specialist and decide from there what the treatment is. Sounds serious to you and me, doesn't it? A broken collarbone, but to bike races, it's just an occupational hazard. But one of the most remarkable statistics in professional bike racing, I think it's still true, David, is that, as far as I know, Mark Cavendish has never broken a collarbone.
Possibly, yeah.
And he broke in Yorkshire, of course, in Harrogate itself. He broke his shoulder blade, wasn't he?
Yeah, I made it to 32 before I broke my collarbone. And then in pro bike racing, then I broke it 3 times. And I had broken it twice when I was a kid, so...
The same one each time? Does it get progressively weaker the more you break them?
As long as the healing's okay. Actually, normally when they heal even stronger. So, yeah, but it's all dependent on the person. I've got plates and artificial ligaments and stuff in mine now, so it's probably quite strong.
I think I've only seen an X-ray of Robbie McEwen's shoulders just before he retired, and it's just like bits of disassociated bone floating randomly around his upper torso. No identifiable collarbones left whatsoever. Just amazing.
You see the speed now of a lot of it. Again, it's accentuated by this terrain, by these villages passing through. And you can see, if you're at the back, they're going through now, they're going to have this massive whiplash effect. And it's I think that's Danny Van Poppel's made it back. That is Danny Van Poppel's back on now. So, but he's not in the prime place in there.
Hasn't got any teammates working with him in the You can see Team Sky very prominent today towards the front. Luke Rowe spearheading their team. He'd stand up not too far behind him. Matteo Gegenhardt is peeking out with his red shades on in the middle of that Team Sky train. Their big GC hope survived the crash yesterday in one piece. Big day for him tomorrow. And he telegraphed his ambition when he reacted to a speculative little mini attack from Thomas Voeckler on the run into Scarborough yesterday. He's here to try and win it. And this race, no doubt about it, will be won and lost tomorrow. Not today. Today is all about a stage win, an anticipated duel between 3 big guns and whoever else can get themselves up and into the mix in the bunch sprint. Will it be Chris Opie? Will Adam Blythe have a thing or two to say in the run-in today? And will Steele Van Hoff mix it with the big boys again?
It's a very interesting sprint today because they do have it's a big avenue straight line coming in. It's a bit of a roller coaster because they come up and they have a high speed mini descent down and then it kicks up. And it's a lot of it's about positioning. It's almost you could get a benefit from coming from quite far behind because the quality of the peloton here and the size of the teams, I wouldn't expect a monster lead out that affects the finish. You'd expect almost like small, a bit like yesterday where it got very chaotic.